this is definitely the dumbest video in the history of Clash Royale content creation, but that's what I specialize in, doing dumb things. So yeah, I'm gonna be ranking Clash Royale YouTubers that I could beat in a fight. S tier means that I could beat them super easily, and F tier means that they would beat me super easily. Also, do not take anything I say in this video seriously. This is a complete joke, okay? But before we get into ranking, let me tell you a little bit about myself physically so that way you can get a gauge of where I'm coming from.
What did he say?
All right, so I am 6 feet tall. I am 170 pounds. I am not the strongest specimen on the planet, but I am not the weakest specimen on the planet either. My biggest physical attribute, I would say, is my speed, probably. I grew up playing a lot of soccer. I became really fast because of that. I also have a lot of endurance and stamina because of running a lot, and I walk everywhere I go at college. That's really all there is to it, to be honest. All right, with that out of the way, it's time to get controversial. So first up, we have Morton. Morton is interesting because for those of you that didn't know, Morton is actually pretty tall. I'm not sure exactly how tall he is, but he is much taller than me. That's for sure. If I'm 6 foot, he's probably 6'4", 6'5", but also he is a skinny Clash Royale pro player, which means that he does not go outside. So I'm gonna put Morton into the A tier. I don't think I'd have too much problem with him. I think it'd be a pretty easy fight for me because I actually go outside. Clash Royale pro players do not go outside. All right, next up we got Bentim1. Now he doesn't do primarily Clash Royale, but he does Clash Royale content, so I'm putting him in here, okay? You can fight me in the comment section, all right? Here's the thing when I look at Bentim1 though, a lot of his Clash Royale content like this one, this video definitely took a long time. You can see it has a 12-hour timer in the thumbnail. I have spent that long on a video before in terms of recording, but I ain't doing it as much as Ben is doing. Like he's doing this way too much, so there's no way he's going outside either. I mean, bro is playing Brawl Stars for 30 hours. Yeah, he is not going outside. So Ben, yeah, he's another A tier one. Then we got Sir Tag. This was gonna be fun. All right, so no shade at Sir Tag here, all right? He looks like a pretty happy fellow, but he also looks like a pretty skinny fellow. He looks like a pretty unathletic fellow. And also he's eating cupcakes for his birthday. That's not healthy. That's not healthy. And bro uploads a Clash Royale video every single day. I could never. How do you do that? S tier. I would probably touch him and he would fall over. This video is gonna ruin my career. All right, next up we got Legendary. Legendary is another one. He doesn't strike me as the most athletic type. I mean, and he plays motorcycle. No one that plays motorcycle is going outside. Legendary, another easy S tier. Then we got Boss CR. Now, Boss is an interesting one. Let me show you why. So Boss is like a really good Clash Royale pro player, right? But also recently he posted on Twitter, I think some gains that he's been making, if I can find it. Here's a picture of him on Christmas or whatever, but that's not the picture I'm looking for. There's another picture I'm looking for, I promise. Okay, I did find this though. Well, what's your height, Boss CR? He's 6'1". He's a little bit taller than me. Not by that much though, you know, it's not that big of a difference. But yeah, I can't find this picture and I can't be bothered to look anymore. I think this one would probably be a fair fight because I know this picture that I've seen. He's been working out. He's not a total nerd who's just a CR pro player who just sits inside all day. He's 6'1", so he rivals me in height. I think Boss might actually be a fair fight for me. Next up, we have Apple Juice, Cranberry Juice, anything but Orange Juice Gaming. Now, OJ is another one that kind of scares me. Okay, yeah, this was only 15 hours ago, and this was kind of the inspiration for me making this video. Old OJ, yeah, I could have beaten him. New OJ is stacked. I don't know if I have a chance. Now, again, I did say earlier, I have speed. So if anything, maybe I could just outrun OJ and just tire him out to the point where I can just like punch him once. I don't know, but if I'm being realistic, I'm probably losing that one. I'm gonna put it at a D tier. All right, next up we got Shane. Sorry, I couldn't get your new profile picture here, so we got the old one. Now, Shane is a tricky one because I know nothing about how tall or how athletic Shane might be. It's like in all of his videos, it's just him, like pretty much from what I am, like, you know, what am I trying to do? So Shane is a wild card. I don't really know anything about Shane, but yeah, I'm gonna give myself the benefit of the doubt and I'm gonna put him in the B tier, saying that I could fight him, you know. All right, next up we got B-Rad. Now B-Rad, I can probably tell you isn't going to be the hardest one. First things first, he's a minor player. Minor players, They are cringe. Yeah, here we go. Here's what I'm looking for. All right, so based on this image alone, yeah, this one's gonna be easy. All right, next up we have Crusher 21. All right, so here's the deal with Crusher. So I know for a fact Crusher is younger than me. I'm almost 20. I am sure that he is not almost 20. I'm just scrolling through bro's thumbnails. Look at this one. That's hilarious. That's some good photo editing right there. But anyway, the main reason that I think I will have an advantage against Crusher is because I'm pretty sure that he is from the UK and I'm an American. Americans are built different. That's an easy 8 here. All right, now we got CWA. This one's probably an L for me. Now, the main reason this one is an L for me is because CWA is absolutely jacked. I don't know how much muscle is on dude's body, but it is more than what I have. I mean, my arms, they aren't small, but they aren't CWA size. Although now that I think about it, it might not be a total L for me because bro is like 40. I am like half of his age. I still have my youth. And that is a big thing. You know, because of that, I'm going to put it at C tier. All right? You know, he definitely has a strength advantage, but I have the youth and the quickness advantage, all right? Next up, we have KFC Man. Now, for those of you that didn't know, KFC is a massive human being. Not massive in terms... His Twitter feed is pure comedy. Look at this picture of Kairos, dude. But KFC is just extremely tall. Here's a picture of him with Mugi, who's one of the best Clash Royale players in the world. Dude, I think he said he's like 6'8" before. There's him with Muhammad Light. Yeah, that's an unreal height advantage. And there's him compared to Morton. See, I was talking about Morton earlier being taller. That's how tall Morton is. If KFC is like 6'8", Morton's probably 6'6" or something like that. There's him with the Botez twins. Andrea is my favorite. But here's the deal with KFC's height. KFC is so tall, I feel like for him, it's a disadvantage. Here's how I compare it. Think about a giraffe and think about how a giraffe walks. They have very skinny legs and they're not very fast, right? But then compare a giraffe to like an antelope. Like, I'm the antelope. Antelopes are pretty big, but they aren't giraffe height. And antelopes are pretty fast. So if KFC is a giraffe and I'm an antelope, then yeah, I'm winning this pretty easily. Also, there's a bunch of other YouTubers in here that don't do Clash Royale anymore. Just ignore them. This tier list template is stupid. Anyway, next up we have Havoc Gaming. I actually don't know much about what Havoc looks like. Okay, there's him. He got that light skin stare. Okay, here's this picture of him. So it's clear he works out. You know, that might actually be an interesting fight because he looks buff, but he doesn't look like overly buff to the point where it would slow him down. So it looks like he would still have, you know, some level of speed and agility. You know, this one, I'm gonna put him in the OJ tier, you know? Havoc seems like a pretty buff dude. Next up, we got Ian. I can already tell you what this one's gonna be. No offense to bro, but here's what he looks like, all right? Look at how skinny my man's neck is. I do not think there is a singular ounce of muscle on this person's body. Also, bro plays Cycle Decks, so that means he immediately is an L. Yeah, that's an easy S tier. He's going at the top of S tier. Yeah, that's no question. Bro's probably weaker than Surtag. Aight, Juicy J time. You know, I can't really tell based on these pictures what Juicy J's muscular skeletal structure is like. Overall, though, it looks like he's somewhat of a similar build compared to me. And he plays a lot of Graveyard. Only good people play Graveyard like myself. You know, I'm gonna put Juicy J in the C tier. Fair fight. All right, then we got Cashman. It's kind of the same deal with Cashman. I don't know much about what he looks like beyond, like, you know, shoulders down. All right, I'm gonna scour the internet to look for images of Cashman, maybe on Twitter. One thing I do know though is that Cashman is Canadian. I know that for sure. And traditionally speaking, Canadians are much nicer people, especially compared to Americans like myself. All of bro's Twitter media is just GIF replies. There's nothing here that's actually him. I'm just scrolling. Okay, I found this picture of Cashman, but again, that doesn't reveal anything about his body. Oh wait, here's a picture. Okay, all right, so looking at this picture of Cashman, I can't tell how tall he is relative to the painting, but it doesn't look like he's like astronomically tall. His arms look like they're decently built. They're probably, yeah, they are bigger than mine. That's for sure. Okay, here's another picture that puts his arms in perspective. Yeah, his arms are definitely bigger than mine. All right, those are really the only good pictures I could find of like Cashman's body. This is such a weird video. All right, so Cashman definitely seems like he's more built than me, that's for sure. But again, I got the speed and I got the fact that I'm American and I'm not as nice as Canadians. So I'll put it at a fair fight. All right, I'll put it at a fair fight. Next up, we got Molt. The biggest thing with Molt is that he is an old man at this point. You know, he's not actually old, but you know, he's like 30s, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he's what, 33 or 34. I do know he's tall. He's taller than me. He's probably about 6'2", 6'3". Again, he's also super skinny. This man is lanky. You know what? I'm gonna put Molt in the B tier. I think that's fair. All right, then the last person we're ranking is Surgical Goblin. So for Surgical Goblin, here he is relative to a police car. So he actually looks like he's probably a decent height if his head is above a police car. So if KFC's about 6'8", Surge is pretty tall as well. So he's got a height advantage over me. But literally every physical trait he has is invalidated because he is a Clash Royale pro player, former pro player, whatever he is, I don't know. So that's an immediate A tier minimum. This was a very, very stupid video, but here are the Clash Royale YouTubers I think I could beat in a fight. Pretty much the only ones I don't think I could beat would be OJ and Havoc. The rest of them would be at least a fair fight or I could beat them. Yeah. See y'all in the next video.